All right, hello everybody. Welcome to our third episode of Trygrius as we continue chronicling, I guess, our tabletop experience here. If nothing for our grandchildren to force them to watch someday and be annoyed by.
Oh God.
That's terrible.
No.
Jeez.
All right, well, for anyone who accidentally procreates in this group,
Oops, my bad.
I'm more that, but also I'm more thinking of voluntarily showing this to family members. No.
it's your grandchildren. You'll be senile. You won't realize what you're doing.
Back in my day.
Yeah.
Did I tell you kids how we fought a piano mimic once?
I only pretended to be old and racist. Wait, what? I didn't say that.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's that. We are missing a Sam this evening. Harold will be strangely comatose and phased out of the world temporarily as things happen today, and he'll just magically phase back in because sometimes that's the easiest way to handle it. So get that out of the way. Also, I'm Mick, and we've also updated some stuff to make the stream slightly better yet again. Last month it was dealing with sound issues that we were having. This month you have probably hopefully week. We do this every week, not every month, Mick. This week you can now see who's talking a little bit more easily.
Hold on, be right back. Be right back.
Oh.
So yeah. Now you'll know when I, the GM, am talking, as opposed to someone else whose voice you would be confusing mine with, and I'm not sure who that is, but
Or when Alex Food gets here.
yeah.
No, it was him.
Yep. You know exactly who's disrupting stuff. So why don't we go around again and have everybody quickly introduce themselves, who they are, who their character is, and then we'll hop into this mother. Let's start with Brandon.
Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. I'll be playing Coda, the devious, odd, mischievous explorer individual.
Flute pianist.
Flute pianist, flautist, if you will. Yes.
Nope. I don't know if that was background noise. Anyway, hi, I'm James. I'll be playing Oscar. Big gun done. Nope.
Let's just go ahead for a second. Julia.
Oh, yeah, I'm Julia. I'll be playing Lapis, who's the warrior slash jock slash, I don't know. She just likes to hit things and I guess drink in moderation. So, yes.
Oh, wait, so you decided on that character trait?
I'm trying really hard not to make another alcoholic character, guys. Like,
it's so easy to do that as like a joke. Be like, oh wow, you guys are so weird and annoying that I'm gonna drink something. Like, it's just very easy to do that as a joke.
Right.
There's an offhand comment.
Yeah,
All right,
especially when you're dumb as rocks. So, yeah. Anyways.
And then, hopefully we've timed this right, Alec. Nope, didn't time it right.
Dang.
Yeah. Oh, maybe now. Yeah, Alec, you back? Well, the other personality is Alec, who plays Reese, the bird person.
I'm here.
The bird person who likes to try to sometimes be nice, but is also a little weird.
I go between two moods. I have two moods. I'm either Mad Hatter or I'm Lovecraft.
Yeah. Pretty much. So, yeah. Like I said, we're missing a Sam. Harold is just gonna kind of be hanging back, observing stuff. chilling out. So we're not gonna worry too much about it. We're not gonna think too hard about it because I don't want to have to play this game where we have to suddenly make somebody come back in a situation where I don't know where these fuckers are gonna be at the end of the night. So he's just sort of chilling out. As a kind of quick recap, you guys took a job here in Asna, a town in the great nation of Moose Nil. This job was to figure out why there are monsters attacking more frequently, and that's a bad thing for them, so they want that figured out rather quickly, if at all possible. In doing some investigation, you guys found a manor, and decided that'd be a good place to start, since there apparently have been some weird stuff happening at the manor according to a child. So, maybe not the most reliable source of information, but it's your only lead, so what are you going to do? There are strange goings-on in the manor as you were attacked by a piano mimic thing and some mannequins that it was controlling. And that went kind of okay for you guys. No one died, so that's a plus. Oscar spent a lot of time dancing. I think everyone but Lapis danced a little bit. Lapis and Reese didn't dance at all, I don't think, but everyone else sort of had their turn at it. And
So, ask me. I'm just saying.
yeah. And after dealing with that, you guys found a door that led. Well, you didn't know where it led, but Coda determined that some magic was coming out from underneath it, and you guys thought, well, that's probably a good enough place to start. Using a Cypher, you guys went down into that manor. Yeah, that thing we didn't use the last campaign ever. That nobody knows about, so thanks, James. Thanks for making that joke that only we get.
I mean, I'm sure we already said it last time.
Yeah. So using a Cypher to make the door pass-throughable, you guys went downstairs and saw a iron suit with no helmet and a blue flame coming from the interior of it. After some, experimentation, you decided that you didn't want to try to fight it, but instead investigate the manor to see if there was possibly a way to get around fighting it. And in doing so, you found some notes. And using those, you were able to... Coda, I believe, was able to work out a passcode.
I was.
Yeah, with some help from a story from Oscar and Harold assisting by translating into fire, since that was how that thing was communicating to you. So...
Helped too. I can't remember how, but I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, you might have helped by just pointing out stuff and working through it with him, if I remember right. So
Maybe, yeah.
So you guys kind of all worked together, and it stepped aside, and you realized that there were some slash marks on the safe that it was guarding. And when you guys went up to it, you found the safe was locked. Surprise, surprise, it's a safe. Who would have guessed? And using another Cypher, this time from Harold, you were able to get 2/3 of the combination to the safe, but Coda, flipping through some notes, found the other last singular number. You opened it up, and that's where we sort of left off as an appropriate cliffhanger. Alright, so you guys open up the safe, it swings open. Everyone starts feeling the pressure of a dense amount of magic at this point. So everyone, it costs an additional point to spend effort from any of your pools, as this sort of pressure just washes over you guys. And Oscar, unfortunately for you, at this point all speed tasks are hindered by 1, as we've increased the magic density to level 2. And there's sort of this smoke that comes out with it. And in the room, in the center of the room, there's this large crystal. It's quite big. And it's kind of frosted over at this point, so you can't really see through it, but it is translucent. So you could. And around there are several desks. There are notes on the desk. um, kind of scattered about. It seems there's like some sort of equipment attached to the crystals, to the crystal. Like some wires are coming off of it and are like taped to it, and they're connected to some devices that are possibly getting some readings from it. You're not really sure. And that's where you guys are.
Hmm.
I, I like to imagine that it's like the scene of like it goes over the character's shoulders and looks across the scene of that room, and everybody's clearly just kind of like looking at it for a second, taking it in. And then there's like a little gun cock sound. I'm just gonna like slowly raise my revolver at the crystal.
Okay.
Reese is gonna step up, put his hand like on the hammer of the pistol, and just put another finger up, and just be like, "No, not yet."
All right. You're probably right. Should use this instead. And I'm gonna pull a little cylinder off my side and just hold it. But I'll wait too.
Hopefully. So with my magic training, well, I don't have any magic training as like a part of my skill set, but like, do I have anything similar to that I can use to investigate or perceive
That
this
is up to.
crystal?
Do you have any magic related skills? Coda could probably, if Coda wanted to. You have like a. Do you have like a weird or strange stuff skill?
Yeah, so you can just tell me weird things that happen because I'm weird. I can also I've got a sense for weird things, either supernatural or other beings.
Do you have? Let's see here. Look at your skills section.
Yeah,
You have like a supernatural skill. You could roll
I do.
that. Yeah.
Is it spooky? All right, so Coda
I mean,
just.
it is not natural. It is in fact supernatural.
Oh, all right. So as Reese is calming Oscar down and trying to figure out what's in this, Coda's just gonna think to himself for a second and see if it's something supernatural that he's come
Okay.
into.
Yeah.
Not only does go for it, I'm not changing. It's the first roll of the night. just let me have it.
The vault door shuts behind you guys as you guys have all sort of filtered in. Harold is on the other side of it, and he shouts out to you guys, like he shouts out, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you doing?" to something, and you don't really see. And the vault door shuts behind you guys, and you hear the mechanism lock.
Yeah, as soon as it locks, Reese just goes, "Well, this is happening now.
Just means
Rather unfortunate."
no one can get us from behind. It's just we've got Harold guarding our 6. We've got a door blocking our 6. So all that can get us is the 12. I'm ready.
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to stay positive, but okay, we can do this.
Yeah. I don't think I'll light a fire or anything because, smoke. But, yeah. How big is this safe? Can we walk around or are we all
Yeah,
just
there's a lot of
sardine?
room to walk around. So,
Okay.
looking around, everyone can give me an intellect perception roll if they would like.
Great. This will be good.
Well, it's not a 1, so
I think it reminds Oscar of a story.
yeah.
Okay,
So
we're
it's
the
actually
theater.
it is actually a pretty sizable room here. Looking around, Oscar, you think that this wasn't initially a safe. You can tell that the door was probably installed recently, and this has kind of been made makeshift.
Upgraded.
Yeah. I mean, you have a major effect option. Do you have anything you want to use your major effect? Like, can you think of anything you might want to do with that?
I was gonna say that I was intentionally looking for any alternative exits to the room other than the vault door itself.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I will say that there isn't, but truthfully, there's probably a way to release it from the inside.
Right.
I think that even a 20. Um, why is your difficulty supposedly reduced by 1?
I spent effort.
Oh, okay, you spent effort. Okay.
Yeah.
I think with a 20, you can probably figure out that there's just like a mechanism that's somewhat hidden. And since you spent some effort looking around, you sort of spot a place where you think it is.
What kind of is it? Just like in a wall or something, or
It's probably on the safe door itself. It's just made not to look like it would move, and you're looking at it and you're like, oh, you see like very light seams, and you're like, okay, I can probably use this to release it from the inside. But it is very obviously somewhat hidden, and it's hidden well enough that you wouldn't just spot it naturally.
right? Well, I think I have the solution. Don't hang on. Maybe we'll see. Maybe it just resets the code. That could be the worst case scenario.
Yeah. So Reese, you're probably just too infatuated with this crystal.
If that's the case, I'm gonna try and touch it.
Okay, so you're gonna move up to the crystal. Coda, looking around, there are no windows in this place. If you had to guess, it's probably gonna be easier to go through the wall than it is going to be to go through the safe door. But yeah. Lapis, you're also just kind of looking around. No windows, no other exits in the safe door. But Oscar thinks that there might be a solution.
Yeah, what I said was meant to be in character. Clear.
Yeah, I assumed that. So Reese is walking up towards the crystal. Oscar's kind of examining this door, trying to find a way to maybe release it from this side. What are Coda and Lapis doing as you notice these things?
Lapis is going to be right up there with Reese. Yeah, she just wants to see what happens. She's right by his side.
Okay, and Coda?
Oh, his attention is torn. He is going to walk up to the crystal as well. He won't barge in front of it, but he's clearly fixated on it.
Okay. All right. So, Reese, you move up and you touch it, and you can feel like there's moisture on it that's kind of clouding your vision of it that you could wipe away if you wanted.
So almost like a mist.
So it's like dew on the crystal, right? Like it's like condensation,
Ooh.
right?
I'd like to like cross just place my index finger across it, kind of do like a swipe, and then I want to taste the water and see if it's like off or off-putting.
Sure. So you kind of swipe your hand across and stick the thing in your mouth. It's kind of like water. It tastes fresh, like really fresh. No mechanical effects really, but I mean it's like clean, nice water. It's a little odd because this place is a little underground and probably becomes dusty very quickly.
Interesting. The water is safe and rather fresh. It's actually kind of nice.
I highly doubt that.
Well, I mean, I'm just fine, so whatever.
Reese
Well,
now has
there's
two
only-
heads, but
Oh, hey, how are you?
oh,
You're new.
no. But as you kind of like look in, you can see there's something in the crystal.
Oh, there appears to be something within the crystal. I'm gonna move closer, try to get a better perception of it, and I'm gonna, if required, I'll bring the crystal to my face by grabbing it.
Oh no, it's like huge. So it's like in the ground. It's probably as tall, if not taller, than you.
Oh,
It's not super wide, but it is probably again like as wide or wider. It's a little wider than you.
Ooh. I'm gonna get up close to it and try to look through it and see what's going on.
Yeah, so as you get like closer, again, there's this obscuring condensation on it. You see the silhouette of something inside the crystal, taking up the majority of the space within it. It's kind of hard to tell, with the dew kind of diffracting light in weird ways.
Well, this is interesting. Let me pose a question to all. Why would you have a safe?
Ooh, you want to protect something.
Or keep something
Sure.
out. But yeah, is there
Sure.
something? It's just water, right? It's just an ice crystal.
Well,
Well,
so there's like condensation on the crystal, right? Like you know how when condensation gets on a glass, it obscures like your ability to see through it.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
Yeah. When I mean the crystal is colder than the room around you, obviously, because that's how condensation happens. But it's not like ice cold.
yeah. Points go to Coda for this round. That was the closest. Also to keep things within it. I'm quite certain this is probably a prison, and I'm not certain we should break it.
Why not?
Um, I would imagine if you have like any reason to put someone inside of a giant crystal, would be because you fear them or you don't want them to get out. And I don't know about you, but I don't think our job. I think our job is to get rid of monsters, not potentially bring another one in here. And it's rather bigger than me. I suspect it is. I mean, quite possibly could be humanoid, but I suspect that it's not friendly.
Well,
Have you,
I trust you.
have you ever trapped something in the crystal before, Reese?
Um, Crystal, no. Dreams. Officially, no. Under the record, maybe a couple.
Okay, cool. I mean, what if it's someone's dream to be trapped in a crystal? Anyway, it's neither here nor there.
I will
It's
also
not the weirdest thing.
yeah, I will also say like where you wiped off the condensation, it stayed wiped off. Like it's slowly coming back, but it didn't
Ooh.
instantly.
Can I look through where I wiped off and see if I can get a clearer picture?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Do I need to roll a perception?
No, I mean that'd be kind of silly. You can look through a place that you have whipped off.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna activate mechanism. Like I'm not even paying attention to to the conversation.
Oh no.
Not too strongly.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You can activate the mechanism. So you look through where you kind of wiped it off, and you see. Let's see. You probably would have wiped it off at like eye level, right?
Yeah, around like eye level or around clavicle level.
Yeah. You see. Which looks like it's maybe a human. You see like the what is probably a shoulder.
Interesting.
So as you
Well,
do
it
that,
has a shoulder.
yeah, as you do that, you hear like a clunk, and like the mechanism for the safe release, and another big like clunk. And do you just like push it open, Oscar?
Yeah, if it doesn't immediately.
Yeah, it's just like released now, so you push it open. And Harold is kind of standing next to it, and
T-posing.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So you hear as you finish that, Reese call out what he just said.
At hearing that, I'm just gonna take out my sword and try to start chipping away at the crystal. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Did me.
Ma'am?
There's a person inside there. What? We're not gonna leave them there.
What about the person's intentions, though? I mean, I personally would be rather grateful if I was entrapped in a crystal and someone were to set me free. Howbeit, if I was of a non-benevolent temperament, I do believe I would also be liable to kill everyone in the room. So just
Okay,
you know,
but that's
don't
assuming
necessarily.
that the kidnapper is good, right? Which we don't have any confirmation that that's happening. So no, we can totally save this person.
Well, hold on. We don't have any confirmation that they're good or they're bad. So yes, that's absolutely true. But we have no other confirmation about the individual who's inside there is good or bad.
This
So it's just
conversation
better.
is happening as the sword's moving back and forth, slowly chipping away a layer.
So when you swing and hit the crystal, it doesn't do any damage to it.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Ooh, I have an intriguing idea. I have an idea. Let me try this. Don't hit the crystal. I have an idea.
Okay.
So the person is there's definitely an individual within the crystal. I'm wondering if I can use my my neuromancy, which is I'm trained in tasks relating to sleep or mixing natural elixirs to help creatures sleep. I'm wondering if the creatures inside is asleep or in some state of torpor, and if I can therefore kind of reach into their mind and kind of communicate or kind of look in and have like a little look-see.
So that's not how your thing works, but you could. I mean, you also don't have a clear look at them. You could definitely look at them to determine if they're asleep. I would allow your thing to apply to that, but you have to get a clearer look at them at this point. Like you can't tell from their shoulder.
All right, so I'll wipe off more, and then I'll take a further look.
Yeah. So inside, as you kind of like wipe off more to reveal more, is there is this woman in the crystal. She has long hair that seems to be flowing as if it was in water. And her hair is like incredibly long, like probably goes down to her feet. She's in a dress. She's not naked. And she looks to be in her mid-20s, and she would probably be described as classically pretty.
Ooh.
Yeah. She has kind of an innocent-looking face. It still looks young, if you know what I mean. Their eyes are closed. Their mouth is closed. And their hands are kind of like clasped together in front of them, as if in almost a praying motion.
Well, I'll be damned.
And they look almost completely human, as far as you can tell.
I must apologize, Lapis. You seem to be in the right. Rather innocent-looking bystander here. Yeah. Here, let me give a crack at this, and I'm going to go ahead and try my my physical onslaught move. And I'm gonna see if I can break the crystal, but I want to start with the feet and work my way up.
Sure. You're gonna take a blast at the ground. So what's everyone else doing? Coda, feels like I haven't heard from you in a minute, and Oscar. So what are you two doing right now?
Yeah, I was at first I was imagining that he was slowly trying to chip away at it because Lapis's idea was like, oh wow, brilliant. Seeing that no longer works, are there any? Is there anything else in the room besides the crystal? Is there like a paper that
Yeah,
says "Do
there
not
are like
touch"?
desks. There are a couple desks around.
I want to sort through the desks.
Yeah, there are some papers just loosely on top of the desk that you can look at if you want.
That's exactly what Coda wants to do.
All right, what about
Yes.
Oscar?
I probably have walked up at this point. I'm like, all right, I have one important phrase about magical artifacts you don't understand. Until you know exactly how it works, every single thing you do could be making things horribly worse. Like, horribly worse. So maybe we try and figure out how it works before we start poking at it. That makes sense?
But look at her face. She looks so innocent.
Uh,
She's a bystander.
I don't care.
Exactly.
If you touch it, listen, if we touch it the wrong way, maybe we get sucked in too. Who knows? Or it's
This is all coming
urine.
from your irrational fear. We understand it's the fear of the unknown. And it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly healthy to have. But shouldn't we not also try to welcome the outsider, provide a welcoming environment? What if you were in her stead? Wouldn't you prefer a welcoming environment? I admit I was in the wrong, but now we are presented with a wonderful opportunity to be within the right.
Can we maybe just take 2 minutes to look around before starting to hack at the thing, though? I mean,
Sir.
think of it this way, even. Think of it this way. You start hacking at it, it shatters, and she shatters into little fragments of glass. You didn't think of that one, did you? You don't
Oh
know
dear.
how it works. You don't mess with it. It's a simple rule.
He kind of has a point. No, apologies, not kind of. That's a half measure. No, you have a valid and reasonable point. My apologies. I suppose we look around and see if there's anything to clue us in.
I appreciate it. I'm not trying to be cruel. I'm just trying to be reasonable.
Reese, what the heck? I thought you were on my side here. Thanks.
I am on the side of reason, I suppose, unless the right gets in the way of reason, then damn reason. I'm just trying to do good. Yeah.
We're
That's
all
it.
on the same side here. Now let's try and. Oh, you've been looking around. You find anything? Look.
Yeah, so Coda, do you have any skills? Perception would help, but also, like, if you have a skill for speed reading or understanding research notes or something like that.
I mean, if it's in a language that I don't understand,
Yeah, you can
yeah.
decipher it. It is in a language you understand, though.
No, I have no skills this reading.
All right,
more quickly.
this will just be an intellect roll then.
Ali.
Yeah,
Nope.
you're picking up stuff, and it's just kind of gibberish. Like, there's a lot of numbers written next to in some tables, and you're not really sure what those mean. And then you look at one, and you're like, this one's sort of like a drawing of the crystal, and it has some notes on it that are a lot of geological terms on it. I'm not really sure what's up with that. But that one starts making you think of like a song you could maybe write, and that kind of gets stuck in your head for a little bit.
So,
And then you get snapped back to it when Oscar's like, "Have you found anything?"
Oh, yeah. This is. I think the crystal grew around her. Yeah,
Oh.
no, I didn't find anything.
Oh, I thought you were being serious. Never mind.
You guys can try
Appreciate it.
though.
Okay. I suppose I will, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Let me just squeeze in here and take a look-see.
Yeah,
And just a flat intelligence?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you have a skill that you think might be applied here, go ahead and float it my way, and I will adjudicate whether it does or not. But anyone can make this roll if they want to. You all can look around at neat research notes. It's not something that takes a specialization to do.
You know, I feel like I remember a story that applies to this situation, but the magic in this room really is just hazing it up.
Alright. So, Reese is looking around. Is anyone else looking around?
I'll look around. I think this inability would apply, right?
Yes. Yep.
Great.
Okay, Oscar.
Hmm.
We keeping that natural one.
No, we're not. I'll spend an XP.
Alright.
Oh,
No, good.
we're all illiterate.
No
Yeah.
intrusion.
Whole one better. No intrusion. Yeah, Oscar. This is magic language. This ain't your language. You know.
Yeah, I'm really more hoping they'll look around and find stuff. I'm just
Yeah.
kind of casually just watching them instead.
You're keeping an eye for some drawers that you might think might hide some alcohol, and you're disappointed every time. Open one of those. Lapis, you also don't really find anything useful. This isn't your job. Like, this isn't what you were hired for. This isn't what you bring to the team. So, it's no big surprise there. And Reese, you're able to find some sort of interesting notes. You keep on seeing this word, estial. I'll go ahead and put it in the Roll20 chat.
Estial.
Yeah, it keeps on showing up. You're not really sure what it means, but it keeps on showing up in several places. And then the other thing you sort of notice is, and this one's a bit of a weird one, and doesn't make sense to you when you notice it, is there's like a note about checking the composition of it for age, and it seems to be from greater than 50 years ago. This crystal formation does.
Ooh, interesting. So I only have bits and pieces from what I've gathered so far. Word keeps repeating, estial. That's yet to be determined. But it would appear, whatever this is, their intentions were to understand it, and from their understanding, this crystal is over 50 years old.
So it did grow around her.
Quite possibly. There's nothing to state otherwise, but I wouldn't necessarily rule it in either. But Estiel, still trying to figure that piece out. I don't exactly. I mean, I can just go ahead and. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's a keyword. It might be. Could be her name. Could be a name of the crystal.
Where did you see that it's that old? Show me that.
Yeah, looking at it, it probably says it's about 100 years old. They would estimate.
just like a kind of a utter confusion. What the hell?
Appropriate given the situation, but yeah.
Person must have been crazy, whoever's writing this. Anyway.
If the crystal is that old, shouldn't someone in town know about this kind of stuff? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, so
someone lived here, right?
Yeah, I mean, looking around, you can see this was clearly moved to here.
And to be fair, we didn't ask, which I have no problems with, but we just kind of showed up. So maybe they did. Maybe they know what Estiel is. But like, I don't know.
Well, so I mean, we can definitely agree. This is a recent addition to household. And we've also determined that, without a doubt, this is the source, or one of the sources of the magic. So I'm curious as to why, perhaps maybe these beasts are drawn to the crystal.
Maybe it's her nightmares.
Not drawn to it; they're turned by it.
Oh, well, yeah. My apologies. I misspoke.
Punishment.
Interesting. Turned by monsters turned into.
Yeah, normal creatures turn into monsters when they're around magic shit, right? That's how it works.
Yep, yes, that is a known fact of the world.
Right.
Then we should free her.
I mean,
I see.
how did my Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go. You start first. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I was just about to ask, how did my attempt to free her from the feet up work?
You never made it because you were stopped.
Oh, I never made it.
Well, remember Oscar saying, "Let's not try to mess with this thing because we don't know what'll happen when you mess with it," and you were like, "Yes."
Yes. Right. Yes. Of course.
Okay,
Interesting.
James, what were you going to say?
Oscar's just like, we should take this thing, drag it out in the wilderness, leave it be. We've solved the problem, and we can collect the reward and get out of here.
But then we would be damning her to eternity within a crystal shell.
I mean, clearly we didn't do that. We are just moving her from her already damned state.
But we would be complicit within that, for we fail to relieve her.
How do we pick
Of
this thing up?
that is the better question. How do we pick it up?
I'm not tall. You guys are tall. Maybe you guys just have strength. I don't.
I mean, if you know how to get her out, I'm fine with that. That would probably solve the problem too. Hopefully, maybe it'd make it worse. Who knows?
So
I'm gonna go and try and lift it a little bit. Like
yeah, so sure. So Coda, I mean, your strange sense, your spidey sense is tingling as you're kind of been in this room. But I mean, it's a magic dense area, so that's not surprising. You sort of get a weird feeling from the crystal. It almost feels like it's maybe asking you for something, but it's not really sure what.
If I... Gosh. Guys, I'm tingling.
what is it, boy?
I don't know. And then Coda kind of walks up to it and like touches it.
All right,
And
make
just
a make an intellect roll for me. All right, not bad at all. So as you sort of touch it, magic starts flowing into you, and you see a jumble of images, colors, feelings, and none of it seems to make sense to you, right? It's like it's information being delivered to you that your brain can't process appropriately. So you're just seeing like this spurt of color, and then you're seeing like this sound. You're hearing like this strange sound, and then all of a sudden you taste words for a moment, and none of it's really making sense to you. But after touching it, you sort of get the sense that this person is inside the crystal is probably afraid and wants help.
After touching it, Coda kind of dramatically like flings himself back with a little bit of tears in his eyes, doing the weird like peanut butter taste thing. That was powerful, guys.
What are you all right? I mean, do you need let me take a look here. And he's gonna like get Reese is gonna get like way too close for comfort and just like grab Coda by the face and just start looking in his eyes. You're like, are you okay?
For a second, you're like hearing sight and you're like smelling touch. And you snap to fairly quickly after touching it. But you're having a little bit of synesthesia. Synesthesia there.
Yeah,
And-
synesthesia.
I was just gonna say, what's the word for that? I knew there was.
If you look at Coda's eyes, they flash a color of like an amber amethyst spread.
Are I supposed to be doing this? That's new.
Well, so looking at his eyes, and maybe this is the first time you're realizing it. I think we decided something, right? So do you want to explain that to him?
Yeah. So Coda, as you guys know, is an odd fellow. Beyond his 6 fingers on each hand, his eyes are like, oh, I forgot the word.
I forgot the word too.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Quickly
anyway.
find the word.
Is it heterochronia, where they're different colors?
No. Oh my gosh.
Pupilless.
No.
Glaze-
No, it's a color. It's a refraction thing.
It does. So basically, depending on how you look at his eyes, they're different color. And if he's seeing things, like if he's really focusing his energy into his eyes, they also change a color. But you can look at them from different angles, and they appear as different colors. And so if this is the first time you've looked them dead in the eyes, you kind of see this weird array of colors.
Kaleidoscope?
No.
What?
No.
I wrote
it's
the
like
word
a paint.
down, and I don't know where it's
Yeah,
at.
it's like the paint that you can get on cars, where it's like
Chrome?
no.
I hate you. Oh, it's so close.
It's like how bubbles work. Like when you have like soap bubbles and they have different colors, and they kind of swirl around.
That's exactly it. Iridescent.
Yes, there we go.
They are iridescent.
Oh. Yeah.
So looking at it, you see like a green, then you see like a purple, and then if you just look at them dead on, you maybe see like a hazel color.
That's cool. I like it.
So, well, Doc, everything went weird, and I'm a weird fellow, so it was a good weird, not a bad weird.
Okay, that's always good.
Overall, there's a sense of that she is very sad. She is afraid. Maybe she needs help. She's been in there a long time, and maybe she's aware, and maybe her subconscious is aware. I don't know. But there is the magic pressure and presence within that area. It's a lot. And looking at her, some way we've got to figure out how to get her out, and I don't know who we got to talk to.
Yeah, and Reese is just like nodding and is very like intensely listening, and just suddenly just like kind of almost pushes him away. Not necessarily like violently, but like very like forcefully. He's like, "This only strengthens my resolve. I know what I must do, and I am now going to cast my physical onslaught, and I'm just gonna throw everything at that and try to just manhandle that crystal until breaking apart."
Okay, go ahead and make a.
The onslaught attack.
Yeah, the onslaught attack. It's a stationary object. It's not going to be that difficult to hit. But who knows? So you have a major effect here. I will say I don't think the crystal's going to shatter from this. But is there something you maybe want to get out of this?
If the crystal doesn't shatter, then I'm hoping it'll provoke something either within or around the crystal to come about and to commune with me. Just be like, either continue what you're doing or stop. Or I'm hoping that this like intense act shows how dedicated I am to the action of freeing her, and therefore will communicate enough where like maybe they'll communicate something back to me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. So you focus all your energy in, and you shoot it at the crystal, and it absorbs it. And everyone needs to make a speed defense roll.
Damn it! Too late to say that I was gonna leave the room when he went. He probably jumped up too quickly for me to even get out.
Probably. Alright, Lapis, you're fine. Oscar, your thing is hindered, so you're not fine. Reese, you're gonna need to make one as well.
Oh, okay.
Alright, Reese, you're fine. So as you kind of shoot this in, it sort of takes in your energy of the onslaught, and it swirls around the crystal, and then it pulses out, almost like what Lapis does, in some ways. And Lapis, you sort of weather it well. Coda, you get knocked on your ass, taking 2 points of might damage, and Oscar, you get knocked on your ass, taking 2 points of might damage. And Reese, you're fine as well. And all of you sort of get this strange question in your head. And it's not words you understand. But at the same time, you know what they mean. And it seems to be asking if you're willing to form a contract.
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Now, what did I say? Oh no!
And then like Coda's got like his knife in his hand already. He's like, so how are we doing this, guys?
Well, they're in it. I'm in it as well. I don't see no reason why not to, and I think I'm gonna throw in that I have difficulty discerning the disposition of others and detesting falsehoods. So if it's trying to fool me, regardless how I feel, I'm dumb.
Oh my god.
I slowly back out of the vault.
Okay. So, I think Reese, because you're the one who initiated this, and you're the first one to just instantly do it, you sort of understand that you can walk up to it now. And when you put your hand up to it, a symbol appears on the other side of your hand.
Well, this is new. I'm just gonna move my hand in just odd positions and be like,
Yeah, it sort
rub
of
it a little bit, see
stands
if it comes off.
there. So when you remove your hand from it, the symbol disappears.
Put my hand right back on.
Okay. And it appears, and when you're looking at it, it's not filled up, it's partial.
I got a piece. Not the whole, but interesting. Interesting.
Anyone
else wanna try?
Print, Reese? Is there?
So I mean, there's an image on my hand, but it's not complete. Does someone else want to touch this too and see if they get one?
Yeah, I'll do it. So I go up and do the exact same thing.
Okay, so you put your hand on there. Reese, are you holding your hand to it as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Lapis, you see a symbol appear, and Reese, you see yours fill in more. And looking between yours and Lapis's, they're the same image.
Hey, would you look at that?
Yeah, it does not seem complete yet.
Everybody, join in!
Well, Oscar, you don't seem like the one to be the last guy.
I poke around the corner, or like I have been like peering around the corner. I'm like, I'm gonna have a real big "told you so" moment at some time in the future. Oh god.
All right. Well, am I still tingling? Is it my Coda tingle?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Coda tingle never steered me wrong before, and Coda will just touch.
Yeah.
The crystal.
And another fraction of it kind of shows up.
Damn, I don't
complete.
think that's enough. Hey, Harold, you still there?
Well, is Oscar touching it?
Hell no.
Harold will like come in, spout something about the glow, and then put his hand to it. Sorry, Sam.
Attaboy.
Railroading.
Yeah. Sorry, Sam. It's still not
Peer
full.
presser.
Yeah, it's still not full. It looks like one fragment's missing.
God damn.
Oscar, gonna need a little help here, buddy.
What are you gonna do to convince me?
I could incentivize your bad habits of drinking and smoking.
I mean, I'm gonna do it regardless, so that's not really, a benefit.
All right, Lapis. What about you? How are you feeling about this whole situation? Like, I know you agreed to do it pretty quickly, but
oh no, I feel great. I'm get to save a great person. What I think will be a great person. No, I'm happy. It's great.
Are you gonna egg Oscar on at all?
Oscar, just do it, please. I'll knit you a scarf, please.
I didn't know you could knit. You never offered to knit me a scarf.
I'm working through the party, actually. I was trying to figure out which one of you guys is my first project, but I guess, Oscar, it's you. So get your hand on there.
Okay, Oscar, I'm going to offer you a GM intrusion here.
Okay.
To go do it. And here's what I'm thinking. This person looks to be about the same age as your son would be. And that is maybe influencing your decision a little bit.
All right. Yeah, there's probably a realization moment then, and like maybe a slight twitch of the face that's not necessarily noticeable if you're not looking, and then I'm just gonna without saying anything or responding really, I'll go do it.
So you're gonna get an XP, and you're gonna be able to give an XP to another player.
Okay. Boy, I don't know. I like everybody.
Well, we can do like the Soviet version of who needs it the most shall get.
True. Who has the least right now? How many do you each have?
I have 5.
Oh shit! I have 2.
Yeah, I've got 4.
Okay, Julia.
Cool. Thanks.
I
How
also
did you
have
get
2.
5? Holy shit.
I have 2 after that.
If I haven't spent a single one.
I think I've re-rolled 3 intrusions already.
All right. So you put your hand in this image that I will determine later completes, and maybe we'll talk all together about what exactly it is, so that we all sort of agree. I don't want to be like a jerk and put some image that all of you would be like, this looks stupid.
It's stuck on my body too. Nuts.
Yeah. So you put your hand on. So now I would like to know, where is everyone positioned around it, right? Like there's this crystal, but this person's in the crystal. So where are you all oriented around it?
I'm facing her face. I'm right in front of her.
Okay. All right. I think that's the only one that's really significant. So.
I kind of imagined that since Coda, or no, I think I went up before Coda, so I'm just going to be on Breeze's left.
Okay. Coda?
I'm behind, so opposite of Reese. If it's like a.
So you're on
my right.
I'm
on
on the other side.
Yeah, he's on like Julia's left. Or Oscar's left. Because
Okay.
I imagine Oscar's also in the back.
Yeah, I probably do it and then step back real quick.
So Harold's on your right.
Alright.
So all the pieces fill in, and the back of your hand, you guys can see this. You can even see it shining through Harold's gloves. And then all of a sudden, you feel like a searing pain in your hand. And you can't pull back from this thing. Everyone needs to make a might roll for me.
How does Might Edge work?
It costs 1 less to spend effort in this sense.
Okay.
I'm using effort.
Okay. Alright, everyone's sort of fine. As you feel this pain, you can power through it. And then the crystal shatters. But the pieces, like, it shatters apart, and then the pieces shatter, and then those pieces shatter until it's gone. And for a moment, this woman is still suspended in the air. And all of a sudden, you feel a rush of the wind around you towards her. And Coda, you see all the magic in the room just being sucked into her.
Oh, this is cool.
Reese is gonna rush up underneath her to catch her in case she falls.
Yeah, you're fine. This is all kind of like happening.
Oh, okay.
So there's this rush of wind. Suddenly you feel fine, Oscar, and everyone else feels fine. There's no ambient magic strong enough to make you guys feel sick anymore. And this sort of all rushes into her. She starts breathing as this happens. And she kind of slowly, her feet kind of go to the ground and touches the ground, and she isn't wearing any shoes. And her hair was still kind of spread out as if it was in water, slowly moves to the side. She has kind of wavy hair. And her eyes open, looking at Reese. And both of her hands kind of go up, clasp you on either side of your face, And she just stares into your eyes for a moment, Reese. And you feel something happening. And you don't feel afraid. You don't start instantly panicking as you would think you would. But she's doing not something to you, but something. She's using you to do something.
Oh, and I can recognize this?
Yeah, it's hard to describe the sensation exactly. So it's like she's learning something from you by looking into your eyes, holding on to
I guess Reese is going to relax and just let it happen and try to do his best to ease the way for her to do it, because he has no bad feelings about this. It's like, oh, she just needs something. Okay, I'm more than happy to give it. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then, after a moment of that, it doesn't take very long. She collapses to the ground.
Oh God, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, and you grab her, supporting her, and she doesn't like fall flat on her face. And she blinks a couple times, and now she's looking around at all of you.
Mhm.
And then she says, in English, well, where am I?
Sorry, dear. This may be rather shocking and a sudden change in environment. You are in a safe in a basement in the town of, what was the name of the town?
Asna.
Asthma.
In Asna, underneath the province of Musno.
In the. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You kind of like is kind of nodding, like it's taking her a moment to process the words. It's like, all right, do you know what I'm doing here? Actually, and then she kind of like pauses for a moment. Like, do you know who I am?
Sorry, no, this is our first time meeting. Hello, I'm Reese. Very good that you're not in that crystal anymore. Happy to have gotten you out of there. We were worried for you. No, sadly, no, I don't know who you are, but I am absolutely happy and delighted, and I will be there at the forefront to help you figure that out.
Of course you are. Are you Estiel?
She kind of thinks about it, and now you're looking into her eyes, because she's looking over to you, Lapis, and she has these purple eyes that are not very human, but all of her features are very human. And she looks over to you as you kind of speak to her. She goes, I that word means something to me. It's all. And then she kind of like stops as she's thinking about it, and you see like a tear start to roll down her face. And she quickly wipes it away, and she goes, I'm sorry. I don't know what that word means. I don't think.
It's
Yeah,
all.
no problem. Yeah,
It's
I look over to Reese. You handle.
yeah. I'll kind of pull her in just a little bit and just be like, it's all right. Whatever you're feeling right now is authentic. It is valid, and it is okay. We're all in a very
Oh. Seems like Discord's gonna be being a
to
butthead.
figure this out.
Sorry.
Imagine.
One
Uh,
second, Alex. Discord's being a bit of a butt. I'm gonna go ahead and try to reconnect real quick. I was really
that really well.
yeah. Well, unfortunately, I heard all of about none of it.
Oh,
Wah
okay.
wah wah. All right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just say it again. It's like, that's all right. I just want you to know that whatever you're feeling is all right. It's authentic. It is valid, and regardless, I am more than available to assist you going forward. I would exercise maybe a little bit of patience. We can take our time. Uh, I imagine why you're here also has to do with some of the papers that I have found. So what we can do in the immediate future to give you some level of agency and control is we can just slowly acclimate you to the room, let you see what's going on. We're going to gather those papers. Hopefully we can find something there. And maybe get you out of here because this isn't necessarily the safest place to be, and we can always come back to return to confirm some information. But I think the best move now is to get you acclimated, gather all the resources we can from the room, and get you into a safer place. How does that sound?
So you have pleasant social interactions as a skill, I believe.
Yep.
Go ahead and
Let me pull that up.
roll that for me.
Yeah.
Like to imagine-
Use an experience point. Use an experience point.
I whisper to Lapis, "Is that flirting?"
I think so.
Okay.
It's
Alright.
called being authentic. Damn it.
You don't hear it.
All right, you're re-rolling.
Better.
Much better. You accidentally rolled the wrong thing, but that's fine. We can figure it out.
Oh crap. It
It
was the one right under it. My bad.
Yeah, no problem. We can figure it out. Not that hard. Change that +1 to a -1. Yeah. So she seems kind of like, okay, well, and she kind of runs her hair, or she runs her finger through her hair, and she's like, all right, well, I guess I'll sort of just look around then, and she kind of begins to stand up and look around. And it's kind of odd, Reese. You have some amount of medical training ish, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, typically speaking, her muscles should be incredibly atrophied, but she still seems to be moving around pretty decently well.
I'll just kind of like murmur to myself, remarkable. Very good. This bodes well. This bodes well. Very good.
All right, so if you guys want to, you can step away from her, or you can leave Harold with her to sort of keep an eye on her effectively. If you want.
I'm gonna stay right next to her to give her some level of comfort since I am the big social guy right now. So I will stay right next to her. And I'll just maybe like slowly indicate like, oh, this is that, or oh, hey, look there, or that's where I found the papers to do a little bit of research, and this is where the crystal was, and just kind of like doing little bits of like, here's everything I know when I came into the room.
Okay. What is everyone else doing?
Yeah. I guess Coda's just gonna kind of a once over to see, or I guess I'll give her a once over to look to see if that magic is like gone or if it's like in her somewhere, and then if not, I'm just gonna kind of just walk toward the door.
Okay. So you walk towards the safe door?
Mhm.
Okay. Sure. So it doesn't seem. It seems. It's weird. She definitely has the shimmer of a person who's touched by magic, who can use magic. But it doesn't seem to be strong. It seems to be very faint.
Is the brand still in my hand?
Yeah.
Suspicious. I'm just gonna sit crisscross applesauce and kind of stare at her.
Okay. So you sort of plop down and just start staring at her.
Reese will like slowly exclaim, "That's Coda. Relatively nice man. Recognizes abnormal things and things of all the like, and rather nice, very well intentioned."
Yeah, she'll nod. So, what about Oscar?
He doesn't really even say anything. He's just gonna offer his water canteen to her.
She'll take it and she'll unscrew it and start drinking from it as if she knows how to use it.
Right. Good to know. And then I'll just take it back when she's done and then start walking out the vault door.
Okay. And then Lapis, what are you doing?
Maybe Harold and I are the ones gathering up the papers and not the equipment, yes, but yeah.
Is this kind of like a let's just grab what we can and we'll worry about looking at it later?
Yeah, anything that looks important or someone smarter than me can figure it out at once.
Yeah. Okay. All right, yeah, so you're going to start gathering that up. All right, so Oscar, you go ahead and walk outside the room. And you notice that collapsed is the suit of armor. There's no more blue glow coming from it.
Huh.
And it's sort of collapsed apart on the ground in pieces.
Yeah, I'll do the slow walk up to the radius, and then the radius of where it would activate, and then step my toe over it, and then step it back.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to react to you.
Do it a couple more times to confirm. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. And as you walk up to it, the once pristine armor now looks worn and old.
Huh. I've seen the sword, the same thing.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll just kind of wait there.
Okay.
I'll sit down on a piece of it actually and wait there.
Yeah, and as you touch it, it just crumbles.
So I go to sit down and then fall through it.
Yeah.
I just imagine him just trying to sit on top of the breastplate and just thump, and then it all scatters to dust.
More or less, that is what happens.
Angrily get up, brush myself off, go sit on the steps.
Yeah. All right. So after a few minutes, you guys can sort of gather everything up. Koda, are you just gonna stare at her? She'll kind of notice you're looking at her, and she'll wave back to you.
I do a head nod and a smile, and then I kind of just look at her still, and then eventually I'll get up and walk out.
Oh, she's like, oh, Koda, right?
That's my name.
Okay. Did you have a question for me or something? I'm sorry, just you're staring.
No, I'm just watching.
He does that.
She'll kind of look between you and Reese for a second, and you're like, oh, okay.
He's well intentioned. I assure you, well intentioned. Just maybe not the most socially apt. It is somewhat rude to stare, Koda, if need be reminded. But we understand. It's all right.
Oh, I'm not staring. I'm just watching.
Oh, well, he wasn't staring. He was watching. Apparently. My apologies.
All right. Anyway, and then he kind of hit my thighs, stand up, and I just walk out to see Oscar sitting on the steps.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, Oscar.
If the young lady is slowly getting more acclimated, I'm gonna try to do a little bit of a medical check, just make sure that she's all right. Kind of try to put her at ease, and kind of offer to do you need help walking out? Would you like me to escort you?
I mean, from a quick glance over, she seems fine. She seems uncomfortable if you try to examine her too closely. If you touch her, she kind of just gently pushes your hand away. No, I think I'm fine.
Oh, all right, all is well. All is well. If you like, Lapis, did we get everything?
I think so. I mean, we can't carry the equipment, but yeah, I got the paperwork.
Yes, we have a bag for that somewhere, right? If not, we can just throw it in mine. But yeah, let's get that all gathered, and let's find you some place to sit down. How about that?
Just so note for GM, I'll just keep in my backpack.
Yeah, no problem. Just note them down. So you guys start making your way. Is the plan to leave now? Is that what you're going to try to do?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, Is there any more mist coming out of any of the doors if I start walking up the stairs?
There are no other doors. I mean, so you get upstairs and the door's
Yeah.
locked. Remember, you guys never opened the
Mhm.
door,
Facts.
and the cipher has run out by now. So
Remind me, was this door made of metal?
no, it was
Oh.
wood, but it was more sturdy.
Okay.
It looks
Can
like
I-
the door in the frame had recently been replaced.
I know once again people won't get it, but that felt like a flashback to the last campaign for a second. Is this made of metal?
Yes. Yep.
Metal bender character in that campaign. So the question was asked a lot.
Yeah,
Can I try and force this open?
absolutely. You can make a strength
Cool.
roll, assuming that's how you're trying to force it open.
Um. None. Can I swing my sword instead? So it's not necessarily strength.
What do you think it's going to be instead by swinging a sword?
Just an attack roll, maybe?
Which would be might
Yeah,
based.
like
Yeah.
I guess so.
I'm just like, yes, you can swing your sword instead, flavor wise, but it is still the same roll.
Okay.
Well, so my character is almost full of contradictions where I technically have this inability, but like I feel like it doesn't count towards attack. Yeah, my character is like, I don't know, man. It's weird.
I mean, you're clearly trying to break something, right? And it's
Yeah.
in the
Okay,
description,
well-
so that inability is going to apply whether you're attacking it with your weapon or you're attacking it with your shoulder checking. I mean, you can ask someone else to do it too.
Yeah. Well, I can also not that one. Well, yeah, that one. I can give you that to give you more successful, more 2 additional damage points for your success.
Okay. So you know what? I'll try this and I'll just roll with.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You swing your sword at it, and you start hacking your way through it. It'll probably take a little while, but you're able to do it. And at this point, the sun's probably just starting to come up.
All right. Well, I'm ready for bed.
But no. And miss the sunrise? I mean, I imagine it might be rather pleasant in this area. I mean, I don't believe I've heard anything noteworthy about the sunrises in Moose Snill, but I mean, all the same, might be interesting.
The sun is the sun. I need sleep.
As it will then.
Well, I mean, we did we accomplish our goal yet? I don't think we have.
I suppose it's to be determined.
I think we need to find a place to rest.
I do believe we have rooms, or we did consult someone at the local inn.
Did we? I didn't think we got that far. I think instead it was like,
no.
let's meet the sheriff. So
Yes, I do. Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, I imagine the doors are open now, or at least should be open shortly. So I suppose we can go there.
All right. Well, what do we do with her? Like, someone might recognize her, someone might not. I don't know.
Well, hopefully, I mean, that would be a rather good thing because then we can pin down some things. But I suppose that is also up to you. Sorry to place this upon you, but the wonderful thing about being in your position is you are now available to a world of choices. So at your discretion, how do you feel?
Are you
And
talking to the woman?
to the lady, yeah, to
Yeah.
the lady, till we determine a name for her.
She kind of looks at you and she's like, I am still very disoriented. I'm not really sure what's going on here. And she looks around.
Mhm.
She seems to be looking at everything for a moment, and then she seems to have some recognition when she sees stuff. After focusing on it for a second, she's like, "It's all very strange. None of this is familiar to me. I'm sorry."
Oh no, don't be. Whatever you're feeling is, understandable. It's unfortunate, but with time, I do think that that will ease. So in the meantime, how about we just escort you to some place where you can relax, reduce the number of distractions, and go from there.
She kind of like looks at you guys. I think, hmm, I think we're now important to each other. Get that feeling.
I'm gonna have to tell myself. I told myself so, aren't I? Oh no, that's not often.
I'm sorry. This is it doesn't make sense to me either. I wish it did. I wish I had more information. You guys seem pleasant enough, but I really don't know what's going on here. But if you think it's best, I'll follow you for now.
I suppose maybe for now that would be the best, and we'll just reapproach this from a different angle at a different time. But for now, let's just find some place to rest.
So are we saying that she was just one of us, but she hadn't come with us into town, or
How
She's a friend
about
of mine.
yeah?
She's a friend of mine.
Okay. How about this? How about this is a good time for us to take our midstream break, and you guys can think about that.
All right.
fair
All right. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Skip forward 10 minutes if you're watching this on YouTube. I'm sorry, it's just not letting me edit these videos, so I can't take out the break. I would if I could, I promise. But yeah.
enough?
All right. We'll see you guys soon.
Boysies.
All right, we are back as I make sure everything where it should be now. Cool. I did not forget to change the scene this time, so yay me. Boo me for the first half where we were still on the starting soon page. So, yeah. But we're back. And we're about to find what these people do with the strange woman they just picked up in the mystery manor that was apparently in a crystal. So, what are y'all doing?
I suppose I'm going to take the lead and just begin escorting her to the local inn.
Okay, your intentions are to go to town.
Yep, my intentions are to go to town.
How does everyone else feel about that?
I want to sleep, I want to drink a little, and then I'm happy.
Okay, so it sounds like Lapis is on Let's Go to Town. Oscar?
He can just play it off as she being one of us. She wasn't around. It's fine.
Okay.
Just
Right.
don't stare at anybody too intensely.
Okay.
You know
Coda. Yeah, Coda.
He's a go with the flow kind of guy right now. So I vote we're go to town. Just we gotta have our story straight, everybody.
Okay. So we'll note a few things. She doesn't like I said before, she doesn't have any shoes, and she's wearing this dress, and it probably isn't traveling / adventuring appropriate.
If you had to give her a height, how tall would you say she is?
She's probably like 5'7".
She's a mountain lady. She's so tall.
Is she?
Coda, yes.
How tall is Dakota again?
You'll find out.
Yeah.
Acid in character.
Hey Nick, how tall does Coda appear to be?
Apparently he's less than 5'7" by a margin. If she thinks he's a mountain lady.
I suppose since she's not necessarily in the best traveling clothes, I'll either offer to carry her or to like
Yeah,
piggyback
she
style,
doesn't
not like
seem-
wife style.
Right. Well, yeah, she doesn't seem comfortable with that. Like
And then I'll
she's not
offer
afraid of
her-
you guys, but she's not
Right.
particularly like she's kind of like I'm still feeling you guys out.
Pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget, but when we were searching the manor, there was clothes and stuff around?
Yeah, there
right?
were some fine dresses that you guys found.
I had the fine dresses. I just remembered. I have all the fine dresses, but it seems like a very poor time to introduce her to the immense amount of wealthy designer clothing that I have. So I suppose I'll just offer like she can wear like my I have like a kind of like a leather shawl vest thing that I wear. Offer to like her to wear that to kind of keep warm, and then maybe see if she. I don't have shoes either because I walk kind of barefoot with like my talon kind of feet. They're mostly humanoid, but kind of talony on the bottom and
Sure.
a little bit of fur.
Sure.
Yeah. But I definitely offer her that.
Okay. She'll take it kind of slowly and cautiously and put it around her. She goes, I guess. Sorry, I guess we need something to call me.
Yes.
I was thinking about it. Maybe Christ.
Is that the name that you would like? Because you're the only one that really gets to decide that now.
She kind of like looks at you. She's like, I think it'll do for now.
All right. Chris, it is then.
She came out of crystal.
I totally eye rolled when I heard that. Love you, Nick.
Yeah. But she'll kind of. No, go ahead, Julia.
Just I guess so. Once we leave the room, I'll find her a pair of shoes. I'm sure we can find something.
Yeah. You can find something. They definitely don't look like they go with whatever Reese gave her to wear. But that's kind of fine.
Yeah, she doesn't have a choice, so there you go.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to complain about it. She's not like looking at it and be like, "Oh, this is like poor fashion sense." She's just like, "Okay, puts them on."
I'm not too worried about it. Listen, we shattered the crystal together. We got rid of the problem. Didn't feel the magic anymore, and everything should be good. Sound good?
Yes, absolutely. Good with you, Chris.
She just sort of nods.
Very good.
All right. So you guys begin making your way outside, and just climb back over the fence.
Mm-hmm.
We sure do. Come
Use my
on,
rope
guys.
again.
Yeah.
I'll stay on top of the fence in case Chris needs some help getting over.
Okay. Um, yeah, she seems to manage fine, actually.
Oh, wonderful.
And you guys start walking down the road. So, I'm gonna go ahead and give everyone an XP as I'm gonna throw a GM intrusion at you. And as you're walking down the road, you notice these 4 big chickens with snake tails, and they're kind of more round than a normal chicken, and they all spot you as you guys are walking down the road.
Ooh. Do I see them?
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and have everyone roll initiative, and you can tell that they are going to fight you.
Mick, did you clear our previous turn order?
I left your names in, so I'll ask you guys for them in a second.
Okay.
All right. So, Coda, what did you get?
5.
Harold is put a 0 on him. I just don't want to delete it, so I don't have to manually add it back in. Oscar,
7.
good. Reese,
I got a 3.
good. Lapis,
2.
excellent.
I was gonna say it only gets better from there. After
Excellent.
after
Oh wait,
mine.
we're not going from lowest to highest. I better fix that for you guys. All right. So the first, this is just one of the chickens seems to be moving particularly fast. Closes in on Lapis, because I imagine Lapis is standing towards the front.
Yep.
And you need to make a speed defense roll, Lapis, as the sort of snake tail lashes out at you and tries to bite you.
Nat
Nice.
20.
Yep, you dodge right out of the way of that. All right, Oscar.
I step 10 feet back and pull out my rifle.
All right.
That's it.
So a set of 2 chickens. One's gonna run up to Coda, and one's gonna run up to Reese, and both of them are gonna do the same thing as the other one did. They're gonna try to bite at you with the snake tails. So go ahead and make speed defense rolls. Alright, Coda, you are fine. Reese, you take 1 point of speed damage. And I need you to make a might defense roll for me now. Okay, you're fine.
Oh.
You feel your muscles stiffen, but you power through it.
Alright.
Alright, Coda.
He's right next to me, so I'm gonna pull out my hunting knife and just try to like.
So you can pull it out this turn. You can't make.
I don't have
attack with
anything
it.
on my hand. Yep. So I guess I'll
Well,
just
you still
pull
have
it
your.
out.
I mean, you always have your walking stick in your hand, right?
I mean, that is very true. I gotta. Yes, I do. And so I guess with my walking stick, I'm just gonna kind of like bat at it, like you would see like a southern grandma trying to get the dog off the porch.
All right. You are able to hit it.
Go on, get.
It is still moving around, but whack it good.
Oh,
All right, this last one's gonna run up to Oscar, who moved back a little bit, so it's just gonna take its turn to move up to Oscar. All right, Reese, what would you like to do?
Let's see here. I think first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and do my drink craft again, and I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm gonna bring back that child's like dream like cow with the wings, but I want to turn it into more of a Cthulhu-esque monster. So it's gonna have tentacles coming out of its mouth and just a variation of like sawtooth spikes all over its like spine, and like some very strange, like almost like freaking what am I thinking of? Displacer beast, like tentacles coming out of the back as well, and like weird snake eyes, and like the muzzle of like a lion, and like its front hooves have like freaking like wolf paws. And I want to make like two of those, and I want to place them right in front, well, one in front of me and one in front of
So
Chris,
yeah,
and I want them to be like very imposing.
you can't do that. You can put them either in front of you or in front of Chris. Like you can only affect so much,
Okay.
and it has
Yeah,
to be
that's true.
consecutive.
I'm gonna put them in front of Chris, and I just want them to look very intimidating. I can't animate them until like the next action, but the first one is just I want to make them look very intimidating and very scary.
Okay, sure.
Mhm.
All right, so Lapis, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna swing my sword at the one that came at
So
me.
you're gonna have to draw your sword, unfortunately.
Oh. Okay, I draw my sword.
Good old Cypher.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Harold's not gonna do. He's gonna protect Chris for now. So the first fast one, who is up at Lapis, go ahead. This time it's gonna peck at you. So go ahead and give me a speed defense roll.
Mhm.
Pecks out at you. All right. You take 4 points of might damage, reduced by your armor,
Cool.
as it pecks in with this great amount of force. All right, Oscar.
So is it just like a big mosh pit of people and chicken snakes right now? Cockatrice?
Yeah, there's one right next to you, and then everyone else is sort of a little. You've stepped back from the group a little bit, and everyone else is sort of at the front line with one at each of them.
So, if I were to use an AoE effect, theoretically, I probably would not be able to get most of them. It would have to include some of the party members.
If it's a cone, I guess you can maybe get one other without hitting a party member.
Yeah, an immediate radius probably would not. It's 10-foot radius. I'll just shoot the one right in front of me.
Okay.
I guess technically I would have to pull that out too, wouldn't I?
You pulled it out last turn.
No, not the rifle. I mean, the other thing I wanted to. Never mind.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yes, you would have to pull that out.
Yeah, we're just gonna roll. Sick.
Nice. The one in front of you, it looks mighty hurt, but is still squawking at you.
All right. I'll move 10 feet backward again, even though it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Sure. Alright, so the two next to you. So I need both Coda and Reese to give me speed defense rolls as the two next to you guys just pecking at you.
Oh.
Reese, you're fine. Coda, this one pecks into you for 4 points of might damage reduced by any armor you have.
Dang.
And that brings us back to Coda's turn.
I'm just gonna keep hitting it with the stick until it decides to cluck away.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, nice. You cave.
Can I? Oh, good.
Well, okay. You cave this one's head in. Just bam. It's gone.
Cluck, cluck.
Alright. That leaves the last one that's gonna move up to like the fleeing Oscar as he took a couple steps back, right up to him and lash out at him with the tail. Go ahead and make a speed defense roll. Alright, you're fine. Dodge out of the way, no problem. Alright, Reese.
All right. So now with that, and it also seeing that Harold is also assisting and keeping Chris safe, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a physical onslaught to the chicken right in front of me.
Alright, go for it. 14. Alright, so you slam into it with your physical onslaught, doing some damage to it. It is still plucking furiously at you. Alright, Lapis, you have your sword out, you have your opponent in front of you.
And I swing.
Alright. A 3 is enough to hit it. Go ahead and do some damage to it. Still clucking furiously and angrily. Alright, and it is going to retaliate with a peck. It's gonna like flap its wing, get a little bit in the air, and just try to like peck you in the eye, which you just dodge nimbly out of the way of. Oscar.
Is the one in front of me still there?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna same thing.
Shoot it. Yes.
That's fine.
Yep, it misses. So let's see. It's just the one in front of Reese right now. It's gonna go ahead and peck at your Reese.
All right, so another speed.
Yeah, it's going for your ankles. Yep. Be able to dodge out of the way. Coda. You can probably get to the one next to Lapis or the one next to Reese.
I'll hit the one next to Lapis.
Okay. Run up to that one. We see who you like more.
With a newfound energy and determination, I'm charging at it with a stick.
That finishes the one in front of Lapis off, as she already had slashed it for some damage.
Cluck, cluck.
So that leaves the one next to Oscar. So Oscar, I need you to make a You're fine.
Stick.
You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, it pecks right for the family jewels, but you know how to protect those. You've learned. All right, Reese, what would you like to do? Still the one in front of you, and then there's one next to Oscar.
I'm gonna do the physical onslaught again to the one in front of me.
All right.
Ooh, am I gonna reroll? I'm not gonna reroll that.
All right, no dice. It does not find purchase. Lapis, you can probably get to the one next to Reese, and
Cool.
make an attack this turn.
I'll just walk up and take a swing at it.
Alright. Alright, enough to finish it off as your sword comes down, cleaving its head off. That just leaves the one in front of Oscar.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Alright.
Shoot it good.
Alright, with that you finish it off as well. As you shoot that one.
All right. How are we doing?
I'm fine. How are you, old man?
I resent that, but I'm fine. Everybody else good?
Yes, I'm all right. Thank you very much, Lepus, for that wonderful and timely assist.
You're welcome.
Alright. So, Coda, you hear someone else coming down the road kind of hurriedly fast. They're coming down the road fast.
Oh.
Probably not like full on sprinting, but moving with great purpose. And it sounds like a horse.
Guys, I think someone's coming. And then you see kind of Coda run toward the horse.
So you're running down the road where you hear towards where you hear the sound?
Yep.
And there he goes.
Why would you? Oh God! I'm just gonna I'm gonna like jog lightly after him.
I'm gonna take a moment and try to collect as many chicken parts as I can get before I have to move out of the way for a horse.
So you're just going to start dragging them to the side of the road?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so Coda's heading towards the horse, and it sounded like Oscar's following him. Reese?
I'm gonna just kind of just stand by Harold and Chris, and just kind of keep my eyes out on the horse and see what's going on.
Yeah, so you look down the road. So they come into view pretty quickly, and you see this nice looking horse. It looks well maintained, well groomed, well taken care of, with a saddle on it, and atop that saddle is a woman. She's wearing a cowboy hat. She has a vest on. Yeah, she has a 6-shooter by her side, and you can see on the horse there's another gun, and her skin.
I don't know why, but I just pictured the horse like wielding a gun.
No. It's like if they made a gun rack except for horses.
Yeah, no, I know exactly.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. I have no idea why that popped in my head.
Yeah. But it's, a bigger gun is sitting there, and she has red tinted skin, almost as if it's sunburned, but definitely not. And her eyes, instead of being white, are black. And she does have like irises and pupils like normal, but the whites of her eyes are black. Her hair is well taken care of, but short, very short. And she kind of pulls the horse to a stop as Coda and Oscar sort of run up to it in front of you. She kind of looks to you too and says, y'all might want to get off this road. We had a report of some cockatrice out here, and I've been sent to take care of them.
Don't worry. It's been taken care of.
She kind of raises an eyebrow.
God, give me a sec.
Oh, yeah, there are 3 of them. We kind of just cluck them, and they're gone.
She kind of like looks at you guys, and then she looks back towards the rest of your group. You seeing Lapis like pulling their corpses to the side of the road, and seeing Chris and Reese and Harold kind of standing back there. And
Is there still the giant scary illusion thing?
Most definitely, and it's probably frozen in like an aggressive stance, but it's not doing anything else. It's just kind of there, and I'm probably just describing like, yeah, we'll see. So the way that I conjure it, and where I got the idea, and it's just really just explaining it to both Harold and to Chris.
Yeah. And she kind of like looks at you guys and she's like, "Where y'all coming from? This road ain't used very often."
Right, we're the weird ones. We were just doing some investigating. That's all.
And she kind of like thinks for a moment. Oh, y'all that Lucent Lot bunch.
Yeah. Oh wow, that was a voice crack. Yeah. Oh god, what the hell? Holy shit, that was
Fury
bad.
Part 2 coming in.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, that's us. Time to shift this voice up an octave.
She starts looking at you and she's like, "Well, what y'all doing over here?" And I think Coda, it's pretty easier for you to notice. She kind of has a serious look on her face.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I take it. Are you the sheriff?
Yeah, I'm Clarissa.
Very nice to meet you. I'm Coda. Like we said, we're just trying to solve a monster problem here. Sorry if we made you a little nervous.
Well, we hired you to solve the problem, not just clean up the little ones. I can handle that.
We had to see what we were getting into, ma'am.
Kinda,
And couldn't find any bovines that were hot or on fire.
oh, the hell cows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
couldn't find any of those. But those chickens, they found us.
Well, that farm isn't being taken care of anymore. Not surprising some of them broke out.
Which farm is that? We can go take care of that one.
She kind of like looks at you. I don't remember the name I gave it.
Old Bill.
Nope. Bill's farm's the cow
Nope.
farm.
Yeah.
Oh.
There was another farm that you guys were told was abandoned because the family died.
There sure was. So I remember though.
Yep. Yeah. She's kind of like, yeah. Well, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Like I said, we can handle that sort of problem. What we really need is the source of the problem gone.
Right. We had gone to take a look at that abandoned manor, but we hadn't quite gotten inside yet.
And at this point,
so I had an intent in saying that. I'm clearly watching her reaction after I say that.
You can make an intellect roll. What do you have for? I think you have some weird inabilities that might apply to this.
I have an inability with empathy.
Yep, that definitely applies.
Okay.
Well, it's understanding people, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Even so, you have a pretty decent roll, and you get that she's like, she very much reacts to the mention of the manor, in a way where she knows she has something she has to say. She's like, "Well, you don't have to worry about the manor. We looked into it. There's nothing there."
Good to know. Good to know. Eliminates one area of search. What's is Coda just going along with it?
I'm just kind of listening.
Well, we were gonna call it quits for, well, I guess the morning. We're gonna take a rest. We've been working through the night.
And at this point, she's looking over all of you very suspiciously. You can go ahead and make since you're the one doing the talking, you can make an intellect roll. This will be deception based if you have any skills that apply to that.
Could this be a persuasion task, maybe?
Not really. I mean, you're lying to her, right?
Had to do that before anyway.
I think we had this conversation in the last game where we get into the persuasion's kind of a lot of talking, and if we want to start playing that game, we're playing a dangerous game.
Right. I'm going to spend an effort then.
Okay.
Bring my intellect pool down to 2. Oh, damn.
Nice. So you have a major effect you have access to. Do you have any ideas for what you might want to do with that?
What was the specific wording I used? I've already forgotten. I said we were just gonna rest for the morning.
Yeah, you guys
We
said.
did all the
I mean,
lot
you
of
said
working
you were
the
working
night.
through the evening and you were gonna head to town to rest.
Gosh, things I want to do. I don't know how they would work in this role. So
Well, why don't we talk it through? So, what do you want to do?
the main thing I would want to do is I was trying to think of in that conversation how to clue in that maybe we shouldn't be showing Chris to this person because she probably knows what she looks like. I was wanting to like at some point like try and like while Kodo was talking like turn around to do a hand signal or something, but that was difficult to begin with. So I don't know about that.
Sure. So you want to convey, in addition to her talking to her and convincing her that you guys don't mean you didn't go to the manor, you didn't do anything that you weren't supposed to do. You also want to convey that maybe obscure Chris to the rest of you guys.
Right. Maybe I point attention to something in the area, like the conversation continues a little bit and I like pointed to cockatrice or something, and when
Sure.
she's looking away I like quickly gesture like turn her around, get her out of view, don't let her see.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine for a major effect.
Okay, so yeah, I'm like frantically gesturing at Reese and
Yeah.
Harold and Chris, like to have her turn around or like something.
Can I use my dream craft to craft a disguise for her, or just kind of like shadow her behind me?
You can. It's a
I'll do
little
that.
suspicious, but
It'll be more like I'll just probably put up a mm, I'll probably just like redo the scenery, like just do the scenery in front of her, um, and just kind of place it over, just kind of like a mirage thing, but maybe it has like a few wild mushrooms and weird plants that like are totally not from there.
That just appears in the middle of the path.
you can make an intellect roll.
Oh
If you
yeah.
have any stealth-based tasks, or stealth-based skills, they would help.
I do not.
Okay.
But I rolled a 20.
Sure. Yeah. You're able to create this illusion. And
Awesome.
it's actually pretty seamless, which is surprising to maybe Lapis. Like, Lapis, you look over and you don't see Chris anywhere.
She definitely, her eyes widen and she kind of looks at like Harold and then at Reese like, what?
And you can see Reese is like concentrating pretty hard on something.
She kind of just averts her eyes and just like, I'll stay out of this.
Yeah. So, yeah, she'll kind of like look over and for a moment she pauses as she looks back to your group, like something's kind of amiss, but she's not quite sure what. And she's like quickly dismisses it. It's like, well, I guess y'all can come see me in town if you have any questions. I know this area pretty good, so.
Definitely will.
And if you had come to me before, I could have told you not to waste your time in that manner.
That's fair enough. I mentioned we should go your way first, but the rest of the group's a little anxious to get forward, so enjoy our work and all.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then she kind of turns the horse around. Like, you'll just ask around if you need to find my office. It's not too hard. Kind of sticks her spurs into the horse. Well, she doesn't stick her spurs in. She gives it a little kick and starts trotting off.
Will do.
That went kind of well.
Yeah, and then as she goes away, just like that was pretty damn good. Appreciate that. Oh God. Oh, my voice. What's happening?
It's called puberty. We all go through it. People at different times in their life.
25. No. God, that was pretty damn good. Appreciate it. Looking at Reese.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Just the scenery is just trying really hard to keep concentration is really wonderful. Is she gone? Is she gone?
Yeah. The sheriff's gone. It should be fine.
Oh dear God! He just kind of like does the whole like runners, like just leans down, just like hands on knees, like oh God. That was a good one though, right? That was a good one.
It was. It was. So to those who weren't paying attention, can you gather why she might have not been so keen on us going over there? Just take a wild guess. Because I have my wild guess.
She's in on it.
Right.
I was right. Oh yeah, awesome.
Not really a wild guess, is it? What were you saying, Julia?
Oh, I knew that it was suspicious. You guys wanted to see the sheriff when we first got into town, and I have bad feeling. Just saying. But so we're gonna have to hide this chick for like all of eternity, or at least when we're in the storm.
I'm really not too keen on this.
I mean,
but it's not something I've not done before.
Yeah. How do we want to go about this? If you guys would just like to go out and get some general supplies, for maybe some disguises or something, and in the meantime, just me and Harold and Chris here can just kind of try to make camp somewhere a little further off and kind of just wait.
It might be more suspicious to not go back to where we were last night,
I think the inn is fine. One person can just go in and reserve rooms, and then you just take her up. It's not
right. She can just put a little dirt on her face, wear a bandana. Trust me, people really have trouble recognize you, even if it's slightly different. It's way easier to fool than they think. Should be fine.
You got a story about that, Oscar? While we make our way to the Hoot and Holler, since apparently is that just the bar, not the inn? I don't know. I want to go there at some point.
Yeah, it's both the bar and the inn.
Awesome.
Well, I might just happen to have one about that. Maybe.
Gonna use one of your precious 2 intellect points?
Yes.
So keep in mind she's like an NPC, so you guys will make a disguise roll for her if you guys want to try to obscure her features. Again, she has really long hair, and that's very distinguishing.
Coda's gonna try to braid it.
You can tie it up.
I have a hat she can put it into, if that helps.
It goes like the entirety of the length of her body.
But if we braid it up and maybe put it into a giant bun, the hat could cover it.
No. It's a lot of hair to try to cover with that. You can braid it. Like, Coda can try to braid it if he wants to.
He does.
We could also ask her if she'd like a haircut.
She doesn't seem comfortable with that line of questioning.
Do not touch her hair. Do not cut her hair. Do not do that.
Like, yeah, she's like, I don't. So, like, she's still feeling you guys out as much as she's like, all right, I'll trust you guys because You seem like you're maybe trying to help me. She's still a little confused about what's going on.
Mhm.
And she's not 100% there yet. So Coda's going to try to braid her hair. Go ahead and roll a speed roll for me, Coda. I don't know if you have any skills that apply to hair braiding.
I do not. Let's just say it's something weird that he's done in the past.
Apparently, you do a pretty good job, and you're able to do it pretty quickly.
It's the extra finger, guys.
Yeah.
Well, extra fingers because it's multiple and you're using both hands. And
That's exactly right.
yeah.
I can hold more pieces, more strands all at once. I can part the hair and separate it. Imagine just knotted, so it's a whole process.
It's like a centipede.
Okay. What's everyone else doing? Like, are you guys trying to just disguise her?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring out some of the dresses that I have, and it's like, well, so you have options when you're comfortable. I have this dress. I think it's rather flattering, but I don't know about you. We have this wonderful little sundress here, a little bit more, I suppose, accommodating for the environment. But there's this one, and then just go off and on about the dresses
Yeah.
that I have.
She's looking at them and she's like, none of these really. I guess this one, and she sort of picks one. She still seems pretty unsure. It's like none of them feel right. Don't think.
Yes. Well, at worst bet, we just pick up something new when we get in town later on.
Sort of like absent-minded nod.
Here, why don't you take this and keep it low over your eyes? I'll just like hold out my hat.
Okay. So she's wearing like this kind of nice, out of fashion dress. These like old boots that you guys found in this manor, and a cowboy hat.
And the leather shawl vest that I gave her.
Yeah. It is quite the ensemble.
We just need better underclothes to get rid of to swap out for the dress, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's unreasonable to assume I would have makeup, right? Just like
You have makeup on your character sheet.
no.
Lapis
think
doesn't feel
about
like the person who inherently would wear light makeup to me.
She's not on, but I feel like she's also the kind of person that like knows that like sometimes you need to have the eyeliner and mascara. Like girls just carry that around. But okay,
I'm gonna say what I said to James when he tried to light a cigarette or something. Yeah, cigarette paper, because it's only fair. If it's not on your character sheet, you don't have it, but you can go to town and buy this stuff.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do, Mick. I'm ready.
Yeah. We can figure that out. We can always figure that out off stream too. Alright. So, what's everyone doing? So, you guys kind of disguise her a little bit. Whoever's leading this can make a roll. If you have anything with, like, disguising, that would help as a skill. I'll allow dexterity or not dexterity, wow. I'll allow speed or intellect.
Can I use my Dreamcraft?
If you only want to move very slowly, because you have to spend time concentrating on it every round.
Also, what do you know? Everybody's trained in disguise.
Wait, hold on. I have hedge magic. I can temporarily change the appearance or color of basic appearance of small objects. So maybe just change small objects that are around her into different colors and things like that to help out.
She is wearing clothes that she was not wearing before. Any of the original clothes are completely weird.
Okay. Okay. Well, there goes that.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just telling you the situation.
No. I got nothing else.
But I appreciate your enthusiasm. So someone gets to roll. Like I said, speed or intellect. Either one. Who wants to take on the task?
I don't think I can train myself with my stories, so that's why I sit back on a lot of these.
I still have a 15 and 15 int, so I can do that for intellect, and then I can go from there.
Okay, so you're gonna lead, and then
Yeah, I guess.
I think at this point, like one person can assist. So
Maybe Coda because you braided her hair.
okay,
Yeah, I'd say Coda's got a little hand in this.
okay, and then you're trained in it, so I don't know if you made a skill for the stories, or we can just consider it. So, are you spending effort?
Spend some effort. I have some despair.
Okay, go ahead and make the roll then.
All right, and just hit int and go from there.
Yep. Nice.
What a roll.
Nice.
Yeah, you're pretty sure if someone's seen her, they're not gonna recognize her.
I am the master of disguise.
Nice.
Okay. Now what?
Well, let's head into town and get rooms and sleep the day away. Well, I guess stay up a little later and do whatever we need to do, and then sleep.
Yeah.
Do I get any bonuses from the major effect for rolling the 20 for the disguise?
I
Maybe
mean,
just.
she basically just doesn't look like. If you saw her, you wouldn't think it's the same person.
Oh, okay, that works.
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
So you guys are walking back to town, and during the walk, at some point, Chris sort of just trips over the dress she's wearing now. She's not used to moving in it. She falls to the ground.
Oh! Rush to the side.
Yeah. Well, as you start
Upper
doing
hand.
that, she sort of slams her hands against the ground and winces in pain, as you all wince in pain as well. You all take 1 point of might damage. Armor will not reduce this.
What happens when I get to 0?
You become prepared.
Alright, cool. I'm not there yet. I'm just mentally preparing.
Okay.
Oh man, I was really hoping.
I look down at my hand. Is the symbol doing any weird shit?
It glowed brightly for a moment, and then it sort of fades.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check up on her and see if she's okay and offer her a hand to get her up. But if she wants to get up on her own, I'll let her do it.
No, she'll get up by herself and kind of just say, "I'm sorry, not used to moving around in clothes like these. I don't think seem quite cumbersome. I'm not sure why anyone would wear them."
I'm gonna take no, never mind.
All right. So how's everyone feeling about that? Like, what do we see as the reaction for everyone?
I'm just concerned.
Coda's not gonna lie. I'm slightly concerned that we all took damage. Like we all hurt at the same time. I know we signed a pact. I don't know about this.
Where does it hurt, man?
It kind of is just like an in general aching.
Well, I was talking to her.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, I'm fine now," and she kind of like shows her hands, and you can see they're like scraped, but they're quickly recovering.
And so the pain that we feel is it in our hands, like in the same spot, or is
No,
it?
it was just like in general, like throughout your body, like just a quick jolt of pain. Kind of hard to identify where it was from.
Hey, Reese, you want to try and wait a minute? What is? Never mind. As it just patches itself up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess Reese will look on and just even more concerned and just like, that's not supposed to do that. It's good that it did that, but that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm jealous. You always been able to do that? Do you remember?
I'm sorry. I don't know. She kind of looks like, I think. something. And she's concentrating. She's like, something's there, and then her eyes kind of go wide for a moment and dull. She's like, blinks a couple times and looks at you guys. I'm sorry. Why are we stopped? Why is everyone around me?
Right, not important. Let's just keep going for now.
I'm gonna follow Oscar's lead there and kind of just be like, oh no, it's all right. Just we thought we saw something. It's nothing, and try to like not really go too much into it to avoid scaring or spooking her.
Alright, she kind of just nods and follows you guys as you lead her to town.
Lapis just kind of slides up to Coda and like whispers, "So that happened, right?"
Sure did. I heard it. I'm not doing too good. She got hurt. She's not doing too good. I don't know what that means, but I don't think I like it.
Yep, same page. Okay, cool.
All right. Yep, reading the same book. Yeah. She'll be in the room with you, I guess, tonight, right? Today.
Sure, I guess.
I mean,
Is-
you could put her.
I'm curious, right? Sorry, Brandon. I will get back to what you want to say. I'm curious, real quick, about Lapis's kind of reaction to that.
Her face it just has very like, it's like but sure, but
Like, what kind of is just like a I don't want to be around her face, or is this kind of like a little bit of an embarrassed face? What exactly are we working with?
it's more of like, I don't know, that's exactly the great idea, or I don't know what you're trying to protect here, but sure.
Okay. All right, Coda. What were you saying?
Cause I was just like, I don't know who she's gonna be with. I mean, Reese might try to share a room with her. I guess I don't really know.
Actually, gonna ask her what she wants and what she would prefer instead of imposing myself into any of it. Just be like, what do you feel is the best situation? If you want your own room, I will happily cover for it.
Reese, this is a private conversation. I mean, I appreciate the input, but skedaddle. Yeah, Coda, I don't know.
Reese gets shooed away. So what were you saying, Dakota? Sorry, I didn't catch it.
Oh, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. He might try to do something. Who knows?
Okay, well, we'll see if she naturally goes towards someone when we get rooms and whatnot. But maybe we should have quote unquote read the fine print.
Yeah, maybe, but there wasn't exactly fine print to read, so I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, things could be.
Oh, we're gonna look at those papers and it's gonna say "Do not touch the crystal" at the same time. I just know it.
Yep.
I know I'm gonna have a lot of told myself so's. I don't know what came over me.
Peer pressure.
I mean, again, you look over and I don't know. I mean, like, it's obviously not the same, right? But she is kind of an innocent person, looking wise.
I think you're misunderstanding.
Sure.
Regret doesn't mean I want to condemn this person to death, to being trapped forever. Regret means, what the hell did I get myself into?
Oh. Well, unfortunately, the story has to be interesting. So.
It's a character thing. Jeez.
I know, and you did it. So, but I mean, a little. What I'm saying is, like, I think my interpretation is probably, and the point of the intrusion and me basing it off of what I did, was a small part of you understands why you did it.
Yeah, it's like the trying to talk yourself. It's like the stages of grief, like bargaining and
Yeah.
what the like forget what the other stuff is, but it's like, oh god, why did I do that? Oh god. I know why, but I don't know why. Anyway.
Alright, so you guys are able to make it to the end, to the Hoot and Holler. And it's a pretty small place. They only have 6 rooms. 4 of them have 2 beds in them each, and then 2 of them are single bedrooms. The 2 bedrooms cost 25 cash to stay for the night, and the single bedrooms only cost 15 cash.
Ooh,
That's a lot of money. And we don't have a lot of money.
No, we don't.
I mean, you guys
Yeah.
do. If you stop by the trading post.
Yeah.
By
the way,
yeah.
At some point, I did want to get parts from the chicken so that we can make more cash. Was that?
You could sell each corpse for about 10 cash each. So that'd be 40 cash there.
Okay, cool. So I vote, now that we know this, that we go sell things. So we don't have...
And then how about we sell specifically so we have a place to lay our heads for the day?
Yeah, you can go to the trading post and go ahead and sell the chickens and the piano teeth, and if you want the fine clothing as well, they'll take it all for the prices I quoted you.
Okay.
And then you guys can group that and split that 5 ways, presumably, and we can make a note somewhere to tell Harold how much he was given. Unless you don't want to split the chickens with him because he didn't really help with that fight.
No, we should split it evenly, right, guys?
Yeah. We're
I think
good people.
It would be in total 28 per if we're splitting all of it. I don't know if you're splitting your clothes.
Weren't the piano? Didn't you have the piano were 250 by itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had 25 teeth.
Oh, I wasn't
10
even
apiece.
including that. Calculator time.
Glad someone's doing math here. I appreciate it.
40 divided by 5. 78 per. 250 plus the 40 from the chicken. Or, it's only 30. Never mind, hang on. I thought it was 40. I thought there were 4 of them.
There were 4 of them.
Wait, there were? Oh, then I misunderstood. So
and I'm
we're selling
correct.
all 4.
78.
Alright, so each of you get 78 cash apiece.
Let's go sleep, guys.
And then keep in mind, like, the 2-bedroom rooms, you can split the cost between 2 of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Who wants to bunk with me?
I'll just pay for ours.
Yay!
Alright, so Coda and Oscar are getting a room together. I guess if you're cool with it, we'll say Oscar and or not Oscar. Wow, we'll say Reese and Harold are getting a room together.
Yeah, sure.
And then we'll say Lapis and Chris are getting a room together.
Sure.
Okay. Right, we'll take care of your. Reese, are you cool with just like fronting Harold for now, and then if he comes back, you want to try to get money off of him, you can.
Yeah. I'll ask him to pay his fair share later.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not really a thing that he would do. He'd probably just pay it all and just kind of be like, he'll pay it back in time.
Sure. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So Chris kind of just seems disoriented and like trying to adjust to things. She'll say, if you don't mind, I'll just stay in the room, but you guys feel free to do what you want for the evening. This is me as the GM giving you time to like step away and try to figure out what you want to do about this whole new weird situation. that you're in without the person overhearing you.
We want.
So, do you guys want to take like your 1 hour? I think you only took your, or did you already take your 1 hour?
We took our 1 hour.
Not yet.
Didn't we?
I know you guys took your 10 minutes for sure, or a lot of you did.
I don't think we took the 1 hour because we were on the 30-minute timer, or did we do it right after the?
You guys did it right after the fight.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping that you guys are maintaining your character sheets appropriately. So if anyone has a 1 hour one, you guys could reasonably take that before going down
I've got a
to
10-minute. Because I was wandering around.
Okay. So does Coda take his 10 minutes to sit down, breathe,
He
recenter
does.
himself? Okay, go ahead and make your recovery roll. So you get 2 whole points to put into any pools you want.
Oh my gosh. There we go.
Yeah, I didn't use a 1 hour one. I don't think we did.
No, you guys did a
No,
1
we
hour
didn't
one.
have enough time.
Yeah. If you guys also want to take the 1 hour one, that's fairly reasonable right now as well.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I do that at the bar.
Yeah.
It's like morning or afternoon now, right?
It's like starting to get to afternoon.
Okay.
It's just about noon. Coda, did you want to take your 1 hour recovery?
I guess so. Might as well.
Yeah.
Much better.
Much better. Alright, so you guys can maintain that and then all meet as a group to discuss what you want to do. Now that you're in this strange situation.
Do we want to all talk over a drink?
Yes.
Oh, so yeah, why not?
So you're gonna have a hard time getting me to move anywhere
I'm
else.
going, I'm going to assume Harold will sit and listen, or not. That will be retcon. Either Harold was sitting and listening if Sam decides to watch the VOD, or he wasn't if Sam decides not to watch the VOD. So, depending, Harold was either there and heard it or didn't.
Oh,
Bye.
hello.
All right, so everyone,
You there?
you guys.
You
Oh
good?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. You guys are all sort of sitting around this. You guys are all sitting around this table. A bar waitress steps on by, takes your drink order, and asks if you want any food. It's about lunchtime, so they're serving up some potatoes and they have a beef stew. Or, sorry, they have a beef stew with potatoes and beef and some vegetables, a little bit of cheese.
That sounds perfect.
Okay, so you're getting a bowl of that. It's included in your stay. So
Count me in.
Reese is just gonna ask if they have a salad. He's in a mood for a salad.
she raises like an eye at you, and I was like, no.
Maybe just some bread for him then.
Bread would be nice. Bread and some cheese. Can I just get some bread and some cheese?
She looks like at Oscar and then at him and be like, "All right, hon," and do that.
Some people are picky. Can't control it. Don't worry about it.
All right, what about Coda? I think the only one we don't know the answer to. That
Yeah,
question.
he's taking a bowl.
Okay. Yeah. So she'll bring him out with drinks. I imagine Oscar's a beer. I imagine Lapis is also a beer, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, beer.
Coda.
What's the legal drinking age in this fantasy realm?
You are barely of it.
Okay. No, he'll take a water.
He'll take a water. All right.
Yes,
And then
but he will know that for next time.
yeah. And Reese.
I suppose wine if they have it.
Again, you get like a look.
Ale?
A weirder look. Look, I think we have a bottle. She kind of just shakes her head.
Yeah.
What's wrong with wine? What's wrong with this place?
No, she's
As long
this is a small town. Like
I know. Oscar's more saying that to be a dick about it than anything.
well, that's Oscar, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
just some small batch liquor that's preferably like he's not in a beer mood, just like some small batch liquor or some like weird hooch or whatever. Like
Okay, you're gonna be a glass of wine. It doesn't smell particularly great, but yeah. So you guys get that all sorted out. Meals are ready, and yeah, what is everyone feeling about your new companion, and what is the next step now?
Well, I have a sneaking suspicion if she gets hurt, we get hurt, guys. So she's got to stay with us. And I think she's kind of cool. So I vote she stays.
Yeah, Reese is just gonna like I'm going to abstain from the vote. I feel that when it comes to this, it is her own decision, and to give her own agency, and I am against any action to remove or to enforce our own over hers. So I'm abstaining.
Yeah, you're head over heels. We get it.
I would have done the same if you were the one in the 6-2. You know that.
I doubt it, but so to be clear, we are now somehow tied in some sort of. Somebody said the word pact. Where did you get that from?
It was the feeling I got.
I don't know why I asked. I think we're stuck with this, at least for a bit. And I also look around and make sure when we're talking about this that nobody's like listening.
No one's paying you guys mind. There's like one other person in the bar at this time, and they are like drunk, passed out almost.
I want that to be me soon, but regardless, I think we're stuck with this for a while. I don't think there is a vote to be made.
I agree, though. I mean, I do want to keep her close so she doesn't go off, because I bet that her healing magic powers is all because of the hurt that we got when she got hurt. So I want to keep her close, but if there's a mystery or whatever to be solved here, then I guess we better go off and solve it.
Do we want to be aggressive in that aspect? Do we want to? And I'll like lower my voice even more. Like, do we want to get up in that sheriff's business, or like what? How do we want to proceed? Do we want to collect the cash and just leave, or lay low for a bit? Like, what do we want to do?
Kill some cows, right?
Was that a part of it? Yeah, I thought we just had to deal with the.
No, you guys were hired more specifically to deal with the problem, right? Like hell cows have been showing up, but they haven't been like a problem you're hired to deal with.
Okay, I mean, we could still kill them for more cash theoretically.
So I mean, like Bill's farm seemed to have that under control.
Right,
And
none currently there, and there's
right.
probably not going to be any more produced.
And
from what we gather.
Yes, and additionally, like he'd be entitled to the parts. So
they're his cows, right?
Yep.
So, do we want to be aggressive or passive, or do we just want to get the heck out of here?
I think we need more information on this girl, right? We know nothing, so if we leave, guess what we have? Nothing.
Right.
And we did resign ourselves to a job to ensure that these people are no longer being harmed by their livestock turning into monsters. And I don't think that's been completed yet because we just fought a bunch of demon cockatrices. Apologies.
They
So-
could have been there earlier.
Yes. It is probably reasonable for, at the very least, Coda and Harold probably as well would feel that likely what was causing the issue was the crystal in the manor, but once something's gone through the change, it's not like it'll reverse. So
It's probably some other nasty stuff just kind of wandering around here still.
yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it's
So then-
mostly nothing too crazy or dangerous. Nothing the
Right.
sheriff probably can't handle. She looks like a tough sort, so
Good. It's a good thing. So it sounds like, at least to one opinion I heard, is we want to try and on the down low figure out more about this sheriff lady. Does that seem like a good idea? It sounds pretty good to me so far. Don't know what else to do.
Hmm. Do we? I don't know. Are there newspapers in this world? Is there like a library that I can go to and check up some old stories?
there's printed press. So there are newspapers as well as books. There's probably not a library in this town. There might be a few books at a general store.
That's not a bad place to look, I guess, if you're into that kind of thing.
I mean, you'd always ask around if it's more likely that there's maybe some old people in town who would maybe be willing to talk to you about the history of the town.
Well,
Right.
And I think Coda and Oscar would probably understand that to some extent.
Coda would enjoy it. I love old people.
Look, what's the harm of going around asking, put our noses in some places it shouldn't be? But if it all goes to shit, we just leave town, right?
Right. Well, hopefully she doesn't have us arrested or thrown in whatever pillory they've got. That would be bad, but we'll see. Right now, I think we seem to be in general agreement. So if you'll excuse me, another ale. I'm just gonna walk up to. I assume we're at a table. I'm just gonna walk up to the bar.
Yeah, no problem. You walk up to the bar, get another ale.
And sit down there.
Okay.
Conversation over.
All right. Is there anything you guys want to say with Oscar or stepping away?
Yeah, you can pull me back. I'm just.
Yeah.
This is.
Oh, I'm also asking if is there anything you guys want to talk about behind Oscar's back?
Oh, or that too.
Since you are somewhat aware of his dispositions.
Nah, Reese isn't gonna do that. He doesn't participate in that.
It's
Okay.
too nice.
What about Lapis and Coda?
I think Lapis, just once Oscar leaves the table, she'll kind of gently tap her ale in front of Reese just to get his attention. You cool?
I'm fine.
Okay.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I just mean you're fine with what went down because you can be Mr. Passive, but you still got an opinion since you're all about free willing.
I mean, there will be a discussion to be had later explaining the kind of situation. I suppose, but I mean, it seems regardless, the best outcome is on the horizon, so I'm not too terribly concerned about it. Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Cool.
I suppose it is. how about you two? You seem a little intent on the prospects of the relationship between me and the newcomer. I just want to mention is like, hey, nothing's changed. It's just what's happening is happening. Like don't want to be making you all jealous. That's what's going on. I've noticed the comments like if it's just a joke, it's a joke. So be it. It's all right. But I mean, if there's like any grievances we need to air out or resolve, and we can happily talk about that.
No, you're not really a threat to my game, so you're good.
I was just making the joke, so because I think
Yeah.
the old guy over there might actually believe it, so we'll kind of see how far.
Well, I mean, there's no harm in him believing it. It's not like it's the worst thing someone's believed about me.
What is the worst thing someone believed about you?
You don't want to know.
I
I
think
do.
You don't want to know. And he's gonna be like real, not necessarily forceful, but like real, like resolute as a rock, and just like you don't want to know.
All right, Mr. Man.
I just make eye contact with Coda and just drop it for now.
I nod. I'll drink some water.
All right, so you guys can have a short conversation as Oscar sits alone at the bar, and our view suddenly shifts to inside what is evidently a sheriff's office. A desk, we see some jail cells nearby, and we see Clarissa, the sheriff, staring at something. We don't see what it is. She's looking down at it as if she's holding whatever she's looking at in her hand. Well, we don't get a view of whatever that is. And we hear a door in the background open, and she suddenly jumps and looks towards the door, quickly throws whatever she was holding into a drawer and closes it. And she's like, "Hells, what a well, don't scare me like that." And some person standing in the doorway, and we see this human dressed in a deputy's outfit, and he's like, sorry, Miss Sheriff," and she's like, "What? Well," and she's like, "Yeah, we looked into the Lucent Lot. The six of them, they're staying at the Hoot and Holler." And she kind of pauses for a moment. She says, "What do you mean the six of them?" Like, that's what they told me." He kind of like looks around. Well, for now, just keep an eye on them. Just keep me informed. Let me know if they try to leave town. Sort of nods. All right, good. And he kind of quickly shuffles his way out of her office. And I think that is where we will end it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right. Well, thanks to anyone who listens to this, or if somehow someone's watching and I'm not aware. Thank you for watching and indulging in this with us. Yeah, indulging. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Wrapping up our third session here. As always, I mean the VODs will be available for a couple weeks on Twitch, but otherwise they will be uploaded to YouTube tomorrow. YouTube is in the Twitch channel description if you want to check that out. Vice versa, the Twitch channel is linked on the YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube and you decide you want to catch us live for whatever reason. We do this Mondays. We go live at 7 p.m. Central, but we start at 7:30 really. And yeah. But if you want to hear us talk about random stuff and our opinions on random stuff, you can hop in early and do that as well. Yeah, I think that wraps up that start. So, bye.
Bye.